Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching The Breakfast Show on Now TV International. And as we promised in the beginning of the show, that we're going to be talking about the civil society institutions and their role in supporting the families in need during this holy month of Ramadan, and also achieving social justice during this holy month. And with this, we have the pleasure to welcome with us Dr. Hana Moataz, the Assistant Professor at the American University in Cairo. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning and happy Ramadan to you.
Happy Ramadan to you too.
Okay, so we're talking about the civil society and the role in supporting the families in need. How would you describe actually the role of the civil society institutions during this holy month in the context of charity and social welfare?
Civil society institutions in Egypt play a crucial role in bridging the gap between the government and the people. They contribute to social development, human rights advocacy, poverty alleviation, and environmental sustainability. These organizations often provide essential services such as education, healthcare, employment training, while also raising awareness on key social issues like women's empowerment and youth development.
Yes, of course. And what specific initiatives or programs do civil society organizations run in Egypt during this holy month?
So we have many primary forms of support that include food aid, which is distribution of Ramadan food boxes, hot meals, and staple goods, financial assistance like providing cash support to cover rent, medical expenses, or school fees, healthcare services, free medical checkups, medication, and mobile clinics in remote areas, education support like scholarships, free tutoring programs, and school supply donations. Also, since Ramadan, these years are coming in winter, so we have the winter assistance, which is the distribution of blankets, clothing, and heating appliances during colder months.
Yes, and what is the importance of the role of the civil society institutions in supporting the needy groups during the month of Ramadan from your point of view?
Ramadan is a really time of generosity and social solidarity. Civil society institutions play a significant role in ensuring that underprivileged families can observe the holy month with dignity. They organize food distribution campaigns, provide financial aid, and facilitate community iftar meals. Their efforts help alleviate the financial burden on low-income families, allowing them to focus on spiritual and family aspects of Ramadan, more than worrying about how are they going to win or how are they going to feed their families during the fasting period of the day. So it helps them focus more on their personal life, or on their personal goals and their how to connect with God more than how they worry how they're going to live.
How do we actually reach to these families, or how do we keep track of the list of the families, or what?
So we have the volunteer campaigns, which is are essential in mobilizing sources and manpower for humanitarian initiatives. And volunteers usually help with the distribution of food, provide medical assistance, teach skills, and raise awareness about social issues. These campaigns foster a culture of giving and civic engagement among Egyptian professionals.
And what are the most prominent forms of support provided by the civil society institution for those families who are mostly in need?
Excuse me, can you repeat the question?
I'm asking you about what are the most prominent forms of support that the civil society institutions provide for the families who are mostly in need.
Oh, okay, sure.
Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. Just a second, please. So we have, like I said before, you have the food assistance, the financial aid, the healthcare services, the educational support, the employment programs, the winter support. We also have the housing assistance and the orphan and widow support. All these forms are the forms of helping, the prominent force of helping the the people who are really in need and during Ramadan season.
Yes, and actually, what is the role of the volunteer campaign in helping the families?
What is the role of the A?
The volunteer campaigns as well.
The volunteering campaign?
Yes, we have a lot of volunteer campaigns, especially during this month of the prepare iftar and the pack meals and so on. So actually, what is the role of this campaign, of the volunteer campaigns during the month of Ramadan?
Volunteering campaigns play a crucial role in Egypt because they address social issues, supporting vulnerable communities and promote a culture of civic engagement. Their impact can be seen in several key areas like providing direct aid to people in need. Volunteers help distribute food, clothing, and financial aid to income families, especially during Ramadan and winter months. They also organize community kitchens and iftar meals for the underprivileged, enhancing healthcare accessibility, like medical campaigns offer free checkups, medication, and awareness sessions in remote areas. Blood drives and clinics help provide essential care services, educational support, and skill development. Usually, there are volunteers that tutor underprivileged students, provide school supplies, and organize leadership programs. And training programs equip youth and unemployed individuals with job skills. And there's also the disaster emergency responses.
Can you actually tell us more about the scholarships and the internships that are done during the holy month of Ramadan, in terms of education, I mean?
Tell us more about, sorry?
The educational services that are provided, that you were just talking about, that were provided during the holy month of Ramadan.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. Just
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sometimes it's...
How can actually the government institutions and civil society work together to support the families during this holy month?
So the government and the civil institutions are usually hand in hand in providing help in Ramadan, because at the end of the day,
they're working together to enhance the experience for those in need and to provide the commodities they need during this holy month with the preparations of Ramadan and the gatherings. So the needs actually increase during this holy month, so they work together, right?
Yes, so we have a subsidized goods and financial aid. We have the large-scale Ramadan cartons distribution, which is the Egyptian government, in collaboration with the NGOs and private sector partners, distribute the Ramadan food boxes containing essential food like rice, sugar, oil, and flour to needy families. The public sector companies, also like the military organizations and ministries, contribute to these initiatives in rural and low-income urban areas. And we also have the free iftar, which is Moed al-Rahman tents. The government coordinates with mosques and charities to organize public iftar tables, providing free meals to the poor and travelers. So these initiatives are monitored to ensure hygiene and safety standards are met. We also have the healthcare and medical support, which is government hospitals and healthcare centers increase free medical services and mobile clinics during Ramadan, especially for chronic disease patients and the elderly. We also have the medical campaigns over diabetes, blood pressure, and general health checkups in under-reserved areas. We also have the electricity and utility subsidies. The government ensures stable electricity, water, and gas supplies, and often introduces partial subsidies or payment relief for struggling families, especially during Ramadan. Like I said, it's very important that in Ramadan we let the people know that we can help them focus on their relationship with God rather than them focusing on how they are going to feed their family at the fasting period. So that's mainly the main reason for NGOs in the world, and especially in Egypt during Ramadan.
Yes, actually, we cannot also skip talking about the role of businessmen during these initiatives? Like we have a lot of NGOs, but still the role of businessmen we have to talk about. So can you tell us about your opinion regarding this matter, please?
So the role of businessmen is, I believe, they have a very important role as much as the NGOs, because businessmen in Egypt play a significant role in supporting charitable and social initiatives during the holy month of Ramadan. Their contributions align with the values of generosity, solidarity, and corporate social responsibilities. So they fund Ramadan aid campaigns like donations to civil society organizations by contributing significant funds to NGOs like the Egyptian Food Bank, Masr al-Khair, and Risalat to support food distribution campaigns, providing Ramadan food boxes and cooked meals to needy families. We also have the direct community support, which is many organized independent food aid campaigns, distributing basic food supplies like I said before, rice, sugar, oil, to families in underprivileged areas. We also have the sponsoring of the Moed al-Rahman. Businessmen sponsor that public iftar tables, which provide free hot meals for the poor travelers and the homeless, where some provide financial or logistical support to mosques and local charities that host these meals. We also have the financial assistance and zakat contributions, which is many businessmen fulfill their zakat obligations during Ramadan by offering direct financial aid to low-income families, widows, orphans, and students. Or some provide scholarships for underprivileged students or cover medical expenses for those in need. And we also have the empowering local communities, which is businessmen often fund job creation projects, helping families achieve long-term financial stability. Microfinance programs are introduced to support small businesses, especially those owned by women or youth in rural areas. Donations to healthcare and educational services, because they help in funding mobile clinics and covering costs for medical treatment during Ramadan, supporting literacy programs, school supplies distribution, and free tutoring initiatives for children from low-income families. And they also partnership with civil society organizations, like many businessmen collaborate with NGOs and government programs to amplify the impact of their efforts, leveraging their financial resources and networks to deliver aid on a larger scale. And we also have the corporate social responsibility initiatives, which is large companies owned by businessmen often run CSR campaigns focused on Ramadan-specific aid, such as distributing food, clothing, and cash donations. Some companies organize employee volunteer programs, which encourage their workforce to actively participate in charitable activities, not just through outsourced volunteers, but also volunteers from their own companies, in order to let people know how important it is to give back in the holy month. They also support promoting social awareness, like businessmen often fund media campaigns that promote charitable giving and community service during Ramadan, inspiring others to contribute. And we also have the long-term development projects, like beyond immediate aid, we have businessmen invest in housing projects, infrastructure development, and educational initiatives that benefit that low-income communities throughout the year, with increased efforts during Ramadan. But, for example, the Tahya Masr Fund, the prominent Egyptian businessmen, such as those in real estate, banking, and manufacturing industries, they support Egypt by Tahya Masr Fund, a national initiative for aiding vulnerable populations, and they provide programs and resources for orphans, disabled individuals, and elderly care.
Yes, and here actually comes the role of the media in supporting or highlighting the efforts of the civil society institutions, and also the role of the businessmen. So what do you think about this?
The media plays a significant role, because if the media does not focus on all these initiatives and what people do in Egypt, then we would have a problem in letting people know what we actually do. So during the holy month of Ramadan, the media in Egypt plays a powerful role in shaping public discourse, promoting charitable initiatives, and influencing social behavior, because it serves as a platform for religious, social, and entertainment content, while also highlighting the importance of generosity, solidarity, and community support. So first we have the raising and awareness about charitable initiatives like TV channels, radio, and social media platforms. Actively promote charity campaigns run by NGOs, government institutions, and businesses. Major organizations like Masr Khair, the Egyptian Food Bank, and Risala collaborate with the media to reach a larger audience for fundraising efforts, like we have been seeing on all our TVs. Even before the start of Ramadan, we started way earlier than Ramadan to let people know that you need to do your part of the zakat, and you need to do your part in supporting your community. We also have the live fundraising events that encourage people to donate zakat and sadaqah to underprivileged families.
Yes.
We also have the promoting social solidarity and community service. The media highlights volunteer efforts and encourages people to participate in distributing food, sponsoring iftar meals, and supporting orphanages. And also the TV talk shows and interviews feature religious scholars, social workers, and philanthropists discussing the significance of giving during Ramadan. Also, there's the campaigns that emphasize values such as compassion, patience, and unity to reinforce positive social behavior.
Yes, and also to encourage the society to give back, to encourage the people to give back to their society. Dr. Hana Moataz, Assistant Professor at the American University in Cairo, thank you so much for being with us and for your valuable insights. Dear viewers, a short break and we'll be right back.